Hi, my name is Elizabeth Adeoloshide. This morning, I come to you in my true element, and I want you to know that your time and your life is valuable. It is. You scroll from pages to pages and you watch mediocre productions and people talk. You just want to hear. Be aware that God wants that in the end times, humans shall have itchy ears. What are your ears all about? Yes, I've had this for about 3 years. But the first time I wore it was to Damien's birthday. And then the second time was to Fatia Balogun's birthday at a Jide space. And now I wear it for the fourth time. You have to know the difference and how to style yourself. What you do on stage as a performer is not necessarily how you live in real life. So for you that are looking for your mothers and fathers that you have lost, and a perfect example on social media, I'm just here to tune you in to some realities in life. And you wonder why I dance to higher? There are a lot of people around you and around me that don't appreciate us for who we are. And instead of staying in one place and beating and asking, and they turn us to beggars for the honors that we deserve, we take away our presence and go plant them somewhere else. Your presence is valuable. Your life is great. Just because somebody has done you a favor before and you hold them gratitude doesn't mean that when they become monsters and try to control you, tell you what to do, that should not walk away. See, having a good heart is almost like a disease in this day and age, but we have to have it because that is what God expects of us. They think people with good heart are simple and should be disrespected, and that I am sorry is enough, and they don't see you as a human being just because you're simple. But they don't know what's coming for them, because you have a right to cut everybody off that does not appreciate your presence, your life, your effort, your friendship, your goodness, your kindness. I don't care if it's a husband, father, mother, friend. God loves you. And like Joel Hosting says, and so do I. So this morning, I'm going to be taking you into the deep crannies of life that a lot of people don't show you. You get Elizabeth, yeah. So again, I play Aya. You know how many people I know in my life that do music? But when I see you don't appreciate my presence, don't appreciate my love for music, don't know that sometimes, even as a young person, you are living the life that I didn't have the wisdom to. And supporting people in their career doesn't mean that you're a dumb fool or you're open to benefit from them. But sometimes those who support you because you are doing what they wish they had known to do, they could have done, like you didn't allow them to do. I'm going to be talking to us seriously this morning. I don't have to go viral. I don't have the nonsense time for it. I told you. And that is the whole truth. You can write my Zuckerberg. You can do your investigation. Since I've been here, before my son died and then after my son was murdered. So I keep referring to everything in the 2013 era, because that's when I really truly began to appreciate life in a deep sense. Because I buried my son. I'm not a pace setter. I'm just living my life ordinary. It's not up to yours. You are Odogu. You are super. You have more money than me, are better than me in every way in your mind. But I hold the power. See, power is relevant if I let you allow what you carry to rule over me. But your power still rule over me. Because I know what God says that I am. I will never stop seeing those things. So I will take what I have been investing for the past 10 years and put it at the feet of somebody I never knew. If you are ungrateful, disrespectful, I'm going to be going over some topics. You see me holding a book. I hardly do that. I think I've done it now. Maybe the second time. But I'm going to do that. Because this needs to be talked about. And I have my personal life and abuse and things the way should be that I'm concerned about. That matter to me more. And your lives don't matter to me more than mine do. At best, it's going to matter equally. Anybody that can live their lives and tell you you're more important than me is lying to you. It's only because at the end of the tunnel they see something that will pay them off. So this morning I come to you and I'm going to sing Aya. You know how many musicians I know? But they don't see me. Perhaps they see me as old, relegated, don't matter, and they don't take the time when they visit into your families to take the time to look at everyone with every gift. Somebody brought that talented son. Somebody stood by that amazing husband and wife. Sometimes you come into the fullness of yourself and you know you deserve what you deserve. It's not necessarily from the world, but in order to continue to support those that you love, you must find an outlet to live your own life. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. There is nobody alive that is created as a firewood to burn your fires. That is why people get killed. That is why they get eradicated. That's why you see a lot of wicked people. Because some of the people in their lives expected them to just be satisfied with being in the shadows. Like my son would always say, Bill, I love you. I respect you. Thank you for being such a marvelous son. Bills will say, Mom, it's okay. It's okay to stay. It didn't say hi. It didn't say drop the ball. It didn't say stop living your life or stop being yourself. It said, Mom, it's okay to stay in the shadows until it is your time to shine. Shine, shine, come by, come. So I'm going to play a little bit of this song so I don't get flat. I love Aya. Aya Star. That's Aya Star. I love her. I love her energy. I love the fact that she's had to live a life without having to deal with dicks and the bumps of the world, because you are not honest people. I thank God for a life that she met somebody like Don Jazzy that believes in her talent rather than trying to get between us. See, part of her contract is that she cannot have a boyfriend, or so I heard, or go into relationships as long as she's on Don Jazzy's label. Celibacy and abstinence is still acceptable. So all you friends, my friends, and families that keep like, oh, you boyfriend, oh, it's him marrying me. No. it is not necessary that we must have other people supporting us. When we have reached a certain height in life and sometimes discovered ourselves, until you find a woman or a man that meets your dreams, there is no harm in not getting married. There is no harm in not having sex. For instance, me, there are lots of factors why I won't go back to my ex-husband. Outside of the fact that he's narcissist, he's abusive, he didn't appreciate me, and he was never kind to me. I'm very expensive to maintain. But see, I'm not about to throw that into your lap to carry. I'm willing to work. I honestly promise I know how to hustle. I don't use just one lotion. So nobody can say Elizabeth patronized me. I use most. On days that I like, I use that. My lotions are expensive. You don't get this way at 58 and do it for free. I have a mixture. I use what I want, when I want, how I please. And of course, I put the serum in this sometimes to use. Oh yes, and I use this sometimes. Okay? Sometimes I mix and I use that. Sometimes, of course, in most of them, I mix this and I have this. Sometimes I use Mose soap. Sometimes it's just my macaroni. Sometimes I use this. Sometimes I use this. And some of them that are empty that I've already thrown out. So now when you come, as somebody that hasn't gotten total control of your finances and don't even know, have an inkling of what your life is all about, and you talk to somebody like me, and I tell you, no, you say she's too bad, she's too this. No, I know any Moshe. Moshe, I know because I know you don't have what it takes to carry my load. If you met me before I became mean, at after 50, you should honestly know that if you don't have money, you shouldn't come near a person like me, because you know you should me. Let's stop playing hypocrisy and thinking that poverty is a pride. When you build to grow with a man, you build to grow with him before 50. After 50, you both have to come with the little that you have, considering your student loan, the debt that you had before, so that you can know how to manage your lives. In this day and age, after 50, a lot of us would have to settle from Okongbeni, Providence, Yawungbeni, Maryland. But you're not promiscuous and you have discipline. You know what due process is and human respect. You're not expecting to get married to one another like your children have. You're not expecting to continue to live a life where, if you didn't know me. No! The man will go on his job, maintain what he has attained. The woman will go on a job, maintain what she has attained, until we get to an age where we find people to trust our properties, our full life, our businesses, or sell them off at a good rate. Nobody was created to be a firewood to anybody's life. You understand? So I have here different topics and I'm going to be talking about them. I'm studying for my exam. See? That is what I did overnight. I think I've slept for 3 hours. But I'm here because God laid something on my heart for you. Says, I said, I can't beg you not to disrespect me outside when we don't set boundaries inside. And I know what I'm talking about. No, I don't have a right to tell you, don't talk to me like that. If that is the way you treat me inside, it's called hypocrisy. Pick your friends wisely. A lot of you deserve more honors than you're giving yourselves. And honor doesn't mean pridefulness. It just means that you have lived your life in a way that people are cordial. They hesitate before they speak to you, not because they're fearful of you, but because they weigh the fact that you matter to them and they don't want to hurt your feelings. How do you do it? You keep watching madness and societally inconsistent people. You keep relationships and eating what you love. I was going through the social media space And as much as anybody who knows me, and even Esabod herself will know, there's a woman called Esabod on the cyberspace. She started by talking about kings and queens and trying to hold Nigerian community accountable with bad leadership. But somehow she got into understanding that people are so easily triggered. So she had a lot of fans and so easily impressionable. So she started to join with the gist lover, and she started to blackmail and disrespect and dishonor a lot of people that are honest. I got into Esabod saga when she started with Liz Anjorin, who had once run to her for help. It is not everything that we have power over that we lord over. You know one thing, as much, because it's possible, if you don't want to destroy yourself, you must be able to acknowledge one thing in your enemy that makes them super. As much as Esabod may be a name you don't want to know, that a lot of you classy Yorubas and classy Nigerians and the Nigerian government might have overruled, and even Liz Anjorin that she's fighting with, or that loathe her so much, and Zimama and all the Yoruba community that think she's bad. She has never lied about who she is. I know that she jumps back and forth and she sometimes tries to act like she's good, but she told, I heard one of her podcasts on Lie You're Stubborn recently, and she said, I'm not a good person. My life is dark. I hear me to do. I am a wicked soul. Whoever follows me, waiting for me to be an example and calls me a Shiwaju, Mama, Shema Watamari, she said, why would you leave your mothers and fathers? Why would you leave all the people that you see in society and you come and you expect her to be a good example to you? She says she doesn't hold you that. See, when somebody already has declared that what I love most in life is transparency. So on that note, the Esabod, Ibao, you have never lied about who you are, about what your purpose in life is, and about how you can destroy. And how you said it with your mouth. You never have denied it once. If there's something that the world is going to deny you of, it's not going to be that you're a coward. You might have made some mistakes in your life, and I honestly can't understand that. I'm not going to try to seek your good face by saying that I did, but you have never, since you've been on this social media, lied to people about your intentions, about how bitter you are, about how you are all about any inu baje. You said it in your word. You said if two people bring arguments to you or disagreements, or you said you will never try to settle them. Instead, you said, and they heard. Now, I don't want you to get stuck about what Mama Esabod said. I want you to note what people heard. They heard someone tell them that your life means nothing to me. They heard someone say, I am evil. I like darkness. I like to destroy. I enjoy the pains of humans. I enjoy, benefit, and feel that I can grow and capitalize. If two friends, two families, two people in disagreement come to her, she has never lied to us about who she is. But because you humans, especially Nigerians and Yoruba Nigerians, are wicked, you will continue to say, why should someone you never pray in your life to replicate be a pleasure to you? That means that you're a sadist. That means that you have depression. That means that you're lost and need to be found. That means that your life is not worth it to you. Can you imagine grown adults, most of them over 40, telling this woman that from the one she has been on social media, that it is their support and their hatred for humanity and their lack of kindness and soul that drove her to becoming the monster that you all perceive her to be, because I don't see her as a monster. I see desperation. Attend to lock locking, attend to the only hope on in social media, attend to the you are looking for people to fight for you, to think that you're more important. No, I love her for being transparent. I hate everything she stands for. What I'm saying is, are you one of those who love to hate what destroys? She said, why did you leave it money? One example of the social media. Asiwaju, President Tinubu, she said, why don't you go after those ones? Like one of my brothers, Onyekime, whatever his name is, said somebody called him and told him when President Tinubu went to London that he should have carried a placard and stood in front. I've had some of you foolish ones call me too. Miss Elizabeth, no, when you start your production, you started most of you. You think I don't know what I've lost again? Being on social media and speaking so vocally. Show better, Jumilo. Are you more beautiful? You want something better out of life? You hide. You call yourself silent watchers. And one want to mama feel and watch your for me. Lord, the social media to my lose entitlement to favor and compassion. Share report at least story I want you could bad to you bache. Monile, Molona, Molebi, Molara, Molona.